E.N.D here, day 5 for the spoilers of Tarkir Dragonstorm. Tarkir Dragonstorm combines the best of Khans of Tarkir and Dragons of Tarkir. Which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the Khans or the Dragons? I'm all out for Dragons. Anyway, let's start. And I want to start with the most important cards, the mythic cards. That big cats, life 5, 1 black, 1 green and 1 blue. Sorcery, destroy all creatures and enchantments. Draw a card for each permanent destroyed this way. Avenger of the Fallen, 2 and 1 black, 2/4 with that touch. Mobilize X, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Tersa, Light Shatter, 2 and 1 red, 3/3 with haste. Enters the battlefield, discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many cards. Whenever it attacks, if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, exile a card at random from your graveyard. You may play that card this turn. Heirloom for 1 and 1 green artifact. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells. Tap until end of turn. Target creature you control with power 4 or greater gains trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. Flame Horde Grappler for 1 blue, 1 red and 1 white, 3/3 with first strike. Enters the battlefield. Copy the next spell you cast this turn. You may choose new targets for the copy. Hollow Mark Siege for 1 black and 1 green. Enchantment. Enters the battlefield. Choose Sultai or Abzan. Sultai, whenever a counter is put on a creature you control, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Abzan, whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains menace until end of turn. Yatan Road Watcher for 1, 1 white, 1 black and 1 green, 3/3. Enters the battlefield. If you cast it, mill 4 cards. When you do, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. Twin Maw Stormroot, 5 and 1 white, 5/4 with Omen. Cheering Bite for 1 and 1 red. It deals 5 damage to target creature without flying. Flying. Enters the battlefield, you gain 5 life. Teeming Dragonstorm, 3 and 1 white enchantment. Enters the battlefield, create 2/2 white soldier creature tokens. Whenever a dragon you control enters the battlefield, return this enchantment to its owner's hand. Dragonstorm Forecaster for 1 blue, 0/3. 2. Tap. Search your library for a card named Dragonstorm Globe or Bouldered Born Dragon. Reveal it and put it into your hand, then shuffle. Essence Anchor, 2 and 1 blue artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, survey 1. Tap. Create a 2/2 black zombie druid creature token. Activate only during your turn and only if a card left your graveyard this turn. Fresh Start for 1 and 1 blue. Enchantment Aura. Flash. Enchant creature. Enchanted creature get -5, -0 and loses all abilities. War Effort, 3 and 1 red enchantment. Creatures you control get +1/+0. Whenever you attack, create a 1/1 red warrior creature token that's stepped and attacking. Sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. Breaching Dragonstorm, 4 and 1 red enchantment. Enters the battlefield. Exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast it without paying its mana cost if the spell mana value is 8 or less. If you don't, put that card into your hand. Whenever a dragon you control enters the battlefield, return this enchantment to its owner's hand. Kori Mountain Stalwart for 1, 1 red and 1 white, 3/3 with flare. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, this creature deals 2 damage to each opponent and you gain 2 life. Bonecare Butcher for 1, 1 red, 1 white and 1 black, 4/4 with Mobilize 2. Attacking tokens you control have that touch. Kishla Skimmer, 1 green and 1 blue, 2/2 with flying. Whenever a card leaves your graveyard during your turn, draw a card. This ability triggers only once each turn. Sonic Shrieker for 2, 1 red, 1 white and 1 black, 4/4 with flying. Enters the battlefield. It deals 2 damage to any target and you gain 2 life. If a player is dealt damage this way, they discard a card. Rebellious Strike for 1 and 1 white instant. Target creature get +3/+0 until end of turn. Draw a card. Alicia's Legacy for 1 and 1 red instant. Target creature you control gains that touch and indestructible until end of turn. Narset Rebook, 4 and 1 red instant. It deals 5 damage to target creature. Add 1 blue, 1 red and 1 white mana. If that creature would die this turn, exile it instead. Heritage Reclamation for 1 and 1 green instant. Choose 1. Destroy target artifact. Destroy target enchantment. Exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. Draw a card. Dragonstorm Globe for 3 generic mana artifact. Each dragon you control enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counters on it. Tap to add 1 mana of any color. Commander. Don't forget that Tarkir Dragonstorm will come with 5 pre-constructed commander decks. One of these decks will be Sultai Eraizen. Fill the graveyard. Return with zombie druids. Its commanders Teval the Balance Scale and Kotis Sip6 Champion. Diviner of Mist, 4 and 1 blue, 4/5 with flying. Whenever this creature attacks, mill 4 cards. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell from your graveyard with mana value 4 or less without paying its mana cost. If that spell would be put into your graveyard, exile it instead. Afterlife from the Loom. 5 entry black sorcery delve. For each player, choose up to one target creature card in that player's graveyard. Put those cards on the battlefield under your control. They're zombies in addition to their other types. Teval's Judgment. 2 and 1 black enchantment. Whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, choose one that hasn't been chosen this turn. Draw a card, create a treasure token, or create a 2/2 black zombie druid creature token. Welcome the Dead. 3 and 1 black sorcery. Draw 2 cards, then discard a card and you lose to life. Create X step 2/2 black zombie druid creature tokens, where X is the number of cards that were put into your graveyard from your hand or library this turn. Flashback for 5 and 1 black. Floral Evoker. 2 and 1 green. 2/3 with land. For whenever a land you control enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. For 1 green, discard a creature card, return target land from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Steward of the Harvest. 3 and 1 green. 3/3 enters the battlefield. Exile up to 3 target lands from your graveyard. Creatures you control have all activated abilities of all land cards exiled with this creature. Will of the Sultai. 4 and 1 green. Sorcery. Choose one. If you control a commander as you cast the spell, you may choose both instead. Target player mills 3 cards. Return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Or put X +1/+1 counters on target creature, where X is the number of lands you control. It gains trample until end of turn. Colossal Grave Reaver. 6 1 black and 1 green. 7/6 with flying. Enters the battlefield or attacks military cards. Whenever one or more creature cards are put into your graveyard from your library, put one of them onto the battlefield. So that was the last card in this particular day 5 for the spoilers of Tarkir Dragonstorm. Join me again because I'm sure there will be more spoilers regarding this Dragon and Khan set. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more and more interesting videos about Magic the Gathering and the collectible world.